Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, investors are bracing for another week of financial turmoil. In Europe, markets are increasingly worried about Deutsche Bank. It has been eyed for years over some long-standing shady practices, often with Russia. But now, post-Credit Suisse, confidence is leaking away to a serious extent. When confidence in a bank goes, it can go suddenly. The German government is scrambling to reassure the market, but the odour is affecting many other banks as well. On a more positive note, Eurozone economic growth accelerated to a 10-month high in March, according to the latest flash PMI survey data, adding to signs that their economy is reviving after falling into decline late last year. Jobs growth has also accelerated, and business confidence in the outlook has remained resilient despite concerns stemming from the recent banking sector stresses and higher borrowing costs. Having noted all these positives, the overall rate of expansion is quite modest, however. Across the Atlantic, American durable goods orders fell 1% in February from January to be just 1% ahead of year-ago levels. Mainly this was because of weak aircraft orders, which have been a drag for a few months now. But perhaps the March data will be better. The latest PMIs for March are healthy in the US. The flash market PMI for March reports the fastest uptick in US private sector business activity for almost a year as new orders return to growth. Their services sector expanded faster in March, and their factory sector's February contraction was almost eliminated in March. There is nothing in this report to indicate the US labour market is pulling back. But banking turmoil issues are still playing out in the US, with reports that depositors are moving funds from banks to money market funds. Across the Pacific, Japanese inflation fell to 3.3% in February from January's 41-year high of 4.3%. The inflation fall came even as the Japanese services sector expanded at a faster rate, and the factory sector held its own, even if it isn't back expanding yet. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.37%, unchanged from Saturday and back to early February levels. And the price of gold will open today at $1,978 an ounce. That's up $1 from Saturday. A week ago, the gold price was $1,975 an ounce, so very little net change here. And oil prices start today unchanged from Saturday at just on $69 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is at $74.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is unchanged too against the US dollar, now at 62 US cents. Against the Aussie, with little changed at 93.4 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're also little changed at 57.7 euro cents. That keeps our trade weight index down to 70.1, which compares with a week ago level of 70.9. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.